It was just another day at the Decepticon base. Lord Megatron was at ease, knowing that the Autobots were getting closer to his base. Discovering their location was not in his plans. In order for them to escape, they needed more energon. Starscream! He bellowed, waiting for his thin, putrid air commander to appear. Starscream! Soundwave. Yes. Where is he? In medical. He was attacked in the last battle. Pfft, of course he was. Megatron stormed out of the commander hall and headed to medical bay. He saw his wretched commander getting patched up. Starscream was in a conflict with one of the Autobots known as Bulkhead. His wrecking ball attack basically nearly demolished his face, and the only parts they had left were of Predacon DNA. So basically, Starscream had a bit of claws. What is this? Megatron looked at him. Starscream giving an eyeing of his commander. He wanted to kill him right then and there. He knew that Megatron threw him to Bulkhead, and Bulkhead smashed him with that wrecking ball, leaving him with parts of distasteful Predacons. Lord Megatron, as you can see, I'm being patched up, and of course, I don't know how long I will be reporting for duty. Shut your mouth. I was referring to the doctor. Of course, Lord Megatron. Knockout turned to Megatron. I didn't see you there. Well, he's going to be fine. In a way, I mean, well, his hands and parts of his face had to be replaced. He's able to transform back into his gen mode, so he won't be noticed by any humans. Unfortunately, I'm not sure about the other form you asked. What other form? I asked Knockout about the Predacon form. What? Well, you see, when your parts were fused, you were able to turn into a Predacon. You have the capability, but we're not sure which form. So, I could be something of underwater. That would actually work both ways. It's more aerial since, well, you are a... Shut up. Besides that, I need you to go out. What? Look at my condition. Do you really think I am... Enough! I need you to go get Energon. What? Just send the drones. You don't need to send me. Yes, I do. Megatron grabbed Starscream by the neck and lifted him high above his head, almost crushing his vocal wires. If you do not come back with enough energons to supply our engines, I will personally make sure that your spark is terminated. Am I clear?
Crystal clear, Lord Megatron.
Megatron slung Starscream to the wall, leaving the room storming, angry, and annoyed by Starscream's voice. Starscream lifted his head, energon almost spewing out of his mouth from the crushing of his neck. He snarled, "Oh my." He really hates you, doesn't he? Starscream took aim and blew off Knockout's head. Shut up. Starscream came over to the energon supplies. He checked each shipment of the drones were carrying.
Hurry up! Faster, you slimes!
As they were carrying the energon, one of the drones approached him. Lord Starscream.
It's not Lord, it's Commander. Call me Lord later.
But, Lord Starscream, we don't know what it is, but we found something in the caves.
What do you mean you don't know what it is?
Well, it's a human, but what's coming out of it is, I'm not sure, but it looks like red energon. Starscream looked delighted but confused at the same time.
Red energon could be very useful. Take me to it.
The drone led Starscream over, asking where did he find it. They walked over to a corpse. Looked like a murder victim. His throat slit from something, and his entrails were everywhere. Organs spread out across the energon, but the energon glowed a different way. It looked like it was a supply of dark energon, but it glowed a dark blood red.
How is this possible?
Well, Commander, didn't you say that Unicron's the center of this planet?
Yes.
Well, maybe it just created new energon, like this.
A mutated energon. Interesting. Has anyone tried it?
No, sir. We're too afraid.
What do you mean?
Well, when Eric, well, one of us, sir, touched the energon, he started tearing himself apart, screaming, "Spark, spark, 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 spark."
Shut up! Where is his body?
There is no body, sir. There's that. Starscream turned around to where the drone was pointing. Inside the cage was a small Cybertronian scorpion, eating itself alive, hissing its little words.
Spark, spark, spark. Amusing.
Starscream turned over and grabbed the energon, slowly eating it. Commander Starscream, what are you doing?
I'm eating it.
But Aren't you supposed to put it in your spark, not eat it? I do what I want! What? Commander Starscream felt the Predacon side of him taking over. He didn't want it, but he knew he craved it. He ate the energon slowly, feeling its power. And as the energon surged through his veins, or should we say his wires, he slowly turned around to face the soldiers. Commander Starscream? He didn't respond. Starscream just started transforming. As he transformed, they heard a snarl coming. Starscream slowly transformed, and as he did, his body started to rust and decay, turning into what it seemed like what Earthlings call a pterodactyl. But it was nothing like it. It had horns, but Starscream's face had wings of the Predaking. Its claws were long and sharp. Starscream's mouth had teeth the size of his claws. His eyes were bleeding the energon, and all they heard was a small clicking noise. Starscream slowly rose his head and grabbed one of the drones, biting and tearing out his spark, slowly eating him alive. He turned to the other drones, slowly tearing them apart, feasting on each of their sparks and feasting on what's left of the blood-red energon. He flew out of the cave, searching for the Decepticon ship. He breached the hull, smashing through the doors, killing every drone in sight, searching for something. As Megatron was checking each of the systems, he heard a slow clicking noise behind him. He turned around only to see his air commander standing there, almost rusted like he lived 1,000,000 years without repairs, and his hands had energon and blood gushing out of them. Starscream, what is the... Cybertron, what have you done?
What I should have done a long time ago.
What are you talking about? Why is the medical officer dead? Why is most of my men dead?
Simple.
I ate them. Megatron saw a long, cord black tongue from Starscream's mouth lick each side of his face, looking at Megatron. Starscream. Megatron pointed his gun at his head. You will finally die before my hand. Starscream laughed as the lights flicker. No, Megatron. You will die by mine. Megatron started blasting, searching for Starscream, but all he saw was the monster he could turn into. The monster jolted right and left, dodging each blast from Megatron's gun. Megatron transformed and tried to blast what's left of Starscream, only to have his cannon torn off of him. Megatron transformed back, only to see his limb across the floor. He charged with what was left of his limb. Starscream ducked under him and ripped off his legs, slowly chomping them off. Megatron screamed in agony. Starscream grabbed his neck and slowly crushed it as he grabbed the spark from his chest. Megatron's last words were a simple question. What are you? Starscream hissed and just snickered a simple answer. I'm not Starscream. I am Screamer. I will be whole again. Megatron faded and spat out only a simple name he knew.